So, Bob, they left from Plymouth?
Yeah, and then they named it Plymouth.
Plymouth Rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Michael Irvin called that crack rock that he
the
had.
Plymouth Rock.
The Plymouth Rock. Hit the rock, don't smoke it. So, yeah, doing that in 1620. This date, 1908, General Motors is founded, one of the great American car companies. 1937, the Washington football team at the time that was known as the Washington Redskins played their first game in D.C. With a win over the New York Football Giants, 13-3. It's the 1959, the Xerox 914, the first successful photocopiers introduced live on television in New York City. Ran some demos with that I'll have to show the folks probably the magic that they thought was happening. And then on this date, 1972, Black and White by Three Dog Night hits number 1.
The ink is black, the page is white. Together we learn to read and write. A child is black, a child is white. The whole world looks upon the side.
There we go. I mean, I find that ironic that was on Photocopier Day as well.
That is interesting. Did you ever,
Do I like Three Dog Night? Yeah, I do.
There was a friend of ours, family friend, who used to sell Xerox copiers. And he had a big van. No, it wasn't a white van. There were windows. Well, there weren't windows, actually.
There were not windows in the
There were
back.
not windows in that one. Anyway, but he had a copy he always had to take in his van to go around to show people to buy it. The thing was massive.
The kids like copiers back
I don't
then?
know if they did or not. It was he sold copiers and ice cream.
Would he sit on it and then take...
Let me tell you. You ever seen a grown man naked? Go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
I mean, is that a real question?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure that out. This day, 1978. Don't Look Back, Boston's second album hitting number 1. Do you think Ted Danson played Boston in his bar?
Ooh, good question on that one, Bob. I don't remember him playing Boston bar. He probably did, though. Yeah.
I have to think. I mean, it was a sports bar in Boston.
Sports bar in Boston. Boston had some bangers.
Boston did have some bangers.
You have that.
I just heard that him and Woody Harrelson are doing a podcast.
They've been doing it for a little while now.
Have they? He said Woody shows up sometimes.
Right.
I was listening to that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds good to me. This day, 1997, the St. Louis Cardinals signed Mark McGwire for a $26 million contract. That big-time dollars being thrown out in the 90s. And then in 2000, Sammy Sosa becomes the second player to hit 50 home runs in 3 consecutive seasons.
Sosa with 87 walks, and there's a drive, belted number 50, headed toward Big Mac land. Wow, tie game.
Well, Sammy Sosa, we talked about what he has been doing throughout his career and most recently. And he has just hit a milestone home run, and he just keeps adding on to all the things that he's accomplished lately. And a lot of it has to do with how much he's matured as a selective hitter. He was looking for the pitch down, and he got it.
Sosa, Babe Ruth, and Mark McGwire, the only players in the history of the game with 3 50 home run or more seasons. Unbelievable.
You know, Bob, I doubt he's ever listened to the show. But if I had to wager a guess, I think Sammy Sosa is a huge fan of Morning Juice.
I think Sammy Sosa's, I would guess so. What's ironic is, I guess maybe younger people don't realize, you had the Cubs and the Cards who were playing, back then they used to play each other all the time before they had interleague and everything going on. And the fact that, Sosa's hitting his 50th home run into Big Mac land is always fun to see. And just, the irony of that, those two guys just juicing each other the whole time.
Such a fun season.
Well, that was 3 seasons later. I mean,
right, but I'm saying that run, like when McGwire and Sosa were both chasing the record, that was a really fun season for baseball until you found out why.
Oh, it's still fun, even when you did find out why. Everybody knew it. All the people that were playing knew it. Commissioner knew it.
I didn't know it.
You should have known it.
I know, I should have. got you.
But unfortunately, he did not. This date, 2018, another record is set. This time on the gridiron. Kansas City quarterback Pat Mahomes sets an NFL record with 10 passing TDs in the first 2 weeks.
Getting 13 for Kansas City. Mahomes, timing route, down the sideline. It's caught. Touchdown, Tyreek Hill. Flag on the play as Hill breaks free for the score.
This is going to be against Pittsburgh, so this is going to count.
Defense,
Number 6
42.
for Patrick Mahomes.
That penalty is declined.
Number 6 in a single game for Pat Mahomes, getting it done. Just losing some. Bodie, can you just kind of sing in the background, hum a little bit to bring some juice here?
By the way, John's on the wrong chat. John just tweeted, put on the chat, he's great, Dylan. Most passing TDs in the league since joining the Bucs. Made big plays with his legs last night when needed. He's great.
Baker Mayfield and
That's
Pat Mahomes.
on the
Maybe
other
he
side.
played too. It's all right. Break on through, Jim Morrison. Some birthdays today. B.B. King, born on this date, 1925.
Thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone, baby. The thrill is gone away.
The thrill has gone away. Little B.B. King right there. John Knowles, famed author, wrote a separate piece, one of my favorite books I read in high school. Born in the state 1926. Born in 1934, the 10-time first-team All-NBA, playing with the Lakers, some in Minneapolis. Elgin Baylor. Ooh. Oh, no Elgin Baylor on there.
Elgin Baylor was a hell of a player.
That was just an assumption that we would have some of that. Unfortunately, Nate couldn't procure any of it. Mickey Rourke, movie star, turning 73 years young.
I just want to tell you, I'm the one who was supposed to take care of everything. I'm the one who was supposed to make everything okay for everybody. But it just didn't work out like that. And I left. I left you. You never did anything wrong. You know? I used to try to forget about you. I used to try to pretend that you didn't exist. But I can't. You're my girl.
Yeah.
You're my little girl. And now I'm an old broken down piece of meat. And I'm alone. And I deserve to be all alone. I just don't want you to hate me.
Underrated, like properly, that really good movie.
Have you seen it, Bodie?
I have not. Nope.
I find it entertaining.
Okay.
It's mildly depressing, minus the mildly. There's that's kind of the synopsis of the movie, and kind of his internal battle and struggle with getting back to the ring. But you do love the passion. You come for the excitement. It's all right there for you.
This might be breaking news. I don't think I've ever seen a Mickey Rourke movie.
You didn't see any of the He's in Iron Man 2.
Oh, is he okay? Then I would have seen the Iron Man ones. Okay, I didn't know he was in that one. Okay.
He's in the second one.
Second one, okay. I've seen.
Yeah, he's the antagonist in the second one.
That's correct. Okay, then I have seen one there, Bob. Thanks.
There you go. You may not ever see this guy because he can disappear so well. Poof, David Copperfield turning 69 today.
After the airplane disappeared and the reaction it got, I said, what am I going to do next? How am I going to make this vital and important? And, you know, all my magic had a heart to it. All my magic had a kind of a personal meaning, and the airplane didn't. It was just a big thing vanishing. So when the idea of the Statue of Liberty came along, it was my opportunity to share the idea of taking freedom for granted, to use an illusion for a metaphorical way. And vanishing the Statue of Liberty was an amazing thing.
Don't think he really made it vanish.
I don't think he did either. This is an illusion, is what he just said.
Yes, it's
He just alluded to the illusion of it.
I know. It's hacky.
So yeah, it's what?
Hacky.
Hacky.
Yes.
Like a hacky sack?
Make it really disappear. Okay, if you're going to do something, let's do it for real. Don't do this illusion
I
stuff.
don't think that's possible, Tito.
I don't think that's what I'm saying, though. It'd be a much bigger deal if you could really do it.
There's a movie called The Illusionist that you might appreciate.
What was the...
What about The Prestige?
I like that even
What was
better.
a Charles Dickens book about a magician? Do you have one? Or am I wrong on that one?
About a magician?
I don't know. Maybe it's his magician's name. I don't know, Bob. It's early. Go ahead. There was a...
Oliver Twist, Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations.
David Livingstone, was that something? Where am I getting
Burt
that from?
Wonderstone.
Could be that, yes.
I think that's who you're talking about.
Burt Wonderstone.
Absolutely.
You're right, yes.
More urine than blood.
He's lived with Ernie. Go ahead.
Have you ever seen Burt Wonderstone?
No. Is that
No.
what is that even a real thing?
Bodie, have you ever seen I don't know what the name is it called Burt Wonderstone? It's with Jim Carrey. He's a street musician or street magician rather.
Street magician, okay.
Oh, it's good. I've seen
Burt Wonderstone.
I've seen like half of it.
The Incredible Burt Wonderstone.
That's a movie?
2013.
Yeah.
I have never
Steve
heard of that
Carell,
movie.
Jim Carrey.
It's really good.
Oh, Steve
Buscemi. Olivia
okay.
Wilde.
Yeah.
She's fun.
It's pretty solid. Some other birthdays today. If I say the man they called the Bulldog, Thitoff, who would I be talking about?
The Bulldog?
Yeah.
Oral Hershiser.
Good job. Nice. Nicknamed that by Tommy Lasorda when he was pitching with the Dodgers. 88 Cy Young, 3-time All-Star. Also played some with the Tribe late in his career, turning 67.
14-6 on the year, a 4.5 ERA. And in postseason play, he is 8-1. He had 2 no decisions in the division series against the Yankees.
2 strikes on Raphael leading off, 1 away. That's 3 in a row. Got the side. Moving and the ground ball to third. So now they don't start the runner, and it's a 5-4-3 double play.
Throw the pitch when you're ready.
Now the ground ball to Williams at third. Again, the Orioles put their leadoff man on, only to watch a double play ball follow. He'll go on this 3-2 to Palmeiro.
It is the fact that the Cleveland Indians, with the teams they had in the early and mid 90s, even late 90s, did not win a World Series tells me that this franchise will never, ever win another World Series.
That's the spirit.
There you go.
I
like the positivity, Thitoff.
I'm just saying that, and the Browns, the way they lost that 1980 championship game, really 81, against Oakland when they had Red Wright 88, those things right there tell me Browns and
I don't know if
baseball.
you can make that assumption.
Never.
I'd argue they're due.
There you go. I would say that the Guardians/Indians have been much closer over the course of time, especially more recent time. It's hard to win. They've got, especially the way baseball's set up now, but we'll see. Some other birthdays today, turning 62 today. Richard Marx.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you.
Is that not Richard Marx?
No, it's Richard Marx. And you're right. I'm just telling you, it feels to me like I've heard that song about 9 times since we started doing Juice together.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering how many birthdays the guy's had. I don't know. We've played it before. It feels like I've heard it way
62.
too much. Okay, but it feels like I've heard it way too much, Bob. So I'm just saying, it feels like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it seems to me like he's had about 9 birthdays since May.
Maybe you just really enjoy it.
Could be. I don't listen to it on my own time. The only time I hear Richard Marx is with you, which is kind of weird to say out front.
I'm guessing that you maybe have heard it one other time.
I'm trying to think when I would have heard it then. Would have been
probably in here.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, though,
Maybe
Bob.
what the day the song hit number 1.
That's what I was going to say. That or the album.
This is the song I did at the Continent for Emily.
There you go.
Back in 1990. I went and sang it.
That's remarkable. Some other birthdays today. Mark Anthony, the singer and actor, turning 58. Flo Rida turning 46 today. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't get any of him either, Bodie. And Bryson DeChambeau turning 32 years young today. Winner of 2 U.S. Opens.
That's weird to putt, though, with that coin that close to his line. Right uphill.
For his second U.S. Open victory.
This is more.
Another epic up and down at Pinehurst for a U.S. Open championship. Bryson DeChambeau now has 2, the second at number 2.
How about that? Pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Don't seem very enthusiastic.
No, winning the U.S. Open, it's an incredible thing. It's one of the more. Obviously, it's the most prestigious Open championship that you can have in golf. I think it's a nice win for him. I think Curtis Strange won it twice in a row, if I'm not mistaken, back in the early to mid '80s. But yeah,
do a little something strange. You guys laughing about? Some holidays. Well, actually, some passings day. 2013. Patsy Swayze, Patrick's mom, passing away. She was a choreographer for a lot of.
She's Patsy?
Patsy.
Okay.
He was Patrick. She was Patsy.
Gotcha. Never knew that.
Some holidays observances. It is Mayflower Day, Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day. Oh, goodness. National Guacamole Day. How about that? Mexican Independence Day. National Working Parents Day as well, and National Tattoo Day. And those historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, Tuesday, September 16th, the 259th day of the year, and 106 days remaining in this 2025.
Way to go, acapella, Bob. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you said today is Mexican Independence Day?
That's what it says.
Okay. What is celebrated on Cinco de Mayo, then? What's that? I'm just curious. I don't know if you know off the top of your head or not. Like, what's the significance of Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, goodness.
Do you know that, Bodie?
I do not. Nope. I know it's the 5th of May.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Bodie. Well done, as always. I just didn't know if there was a difference between the two, because I didn't know what Cinco de Mayo was. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it here for you. Other than it's Margarita Day. Cinco de Mayo commemorates the May 5th, 1862 victory of the Mexican army over French forces in the Battle of Puebla.
There you go.
It's a minor holiday in Mexico. It's widely celebrated in the United States, a holiday of Mexican culture, heritage, and pride. And
so they're defeating the French, kicking them on out of here.
That's what it was, yep.
One of the Six Flags over Texas.
That's right. The French don't beat anybody in wars. They need help. They need tag team. They can't go out there solo and win the world heavyweight title.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and an opportunity to work alongside them as partners, whether you're a small business or a large operation? Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area, and they're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them in person at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I don't mind a player taking the money, but don't complain after you chose money over winning. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE.
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. I Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
When it comes to prostate cancer, go to PCF.org for the help you need to navigate this disease and make the right decisions for yourself. Go to PCF.org today.
As we wonder why our kids are struggling, someone is getting bullied. As we discuss how to improve their mental health, someone is being harassed on social media. As we wonder why they're skipping school, someone is crying themselves to sleep. Knowing the signs is the best way to prevent bullying.
Please just leave me alone.
Learn the signs at sandyhookpromise.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
Day 1, the hardest day, the day you hear.
This is a type of blood cancer.
At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1. To learn more and get help on any day, visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, it is Tuesday.
You hear the sound and you know what time it is.
Yep, sorry, Bob. I never got that printed off for you, did I?
No, and unfortunately, normally I would know it, but yesterday I was playing golf. Not playing golf. I was up at a golf outing.
Where were you playing? Where was it at?
I was at Saddle Reserve. I was out there doing some promotions and different things with our HVAC and plumbing company. And so just hanging out. It was a great time. But yeah, I didn't do the show with Austin and Burnham yesterday.
Okay.
So because of that, I don't know offhand what the appetizer is.
I gotta believe it's delicious. Today is Tuesday, September 16th.
I had a list of it in my head at one point. I probably should have looked at it last week.
I think it'll come to you pretty shortly.
Today, it's Schlegs' favorite. We got to make sure we bring that up with them. It's mac and cheese bites. They're $3 all day long at Roosters. Macaroni and cheese covered in crispy, crunchy cheddar coating, deep fried, served with sour cream. So good you'll wish you were a kid. Again, $3 all day long at Roosters, and they're having their great getaway. So go there right now, roosterswings.com. You can sign up for their giveaway. They've got all kinds of great prizes, some passes, some packages to go to the Buckeyes playoff game, some different other things, some stuff with sideline passes, hospitality around them, tickets to different games. Go check them out, roosterswings.com. They pull a new winner every single week. And if you're listening an hour from now, you get a chance to win a Roosters gift card Thitoff for $50 by playing That's What He Said.
Bob, so Myles Garrett and the Browns lost 41-17 to the Ravens this past weekend. No surprise there they lost. And here was what Myles Garrett said after the game. I mean, the blank, we'll say the poop, but it's not really poop. It starts with an S. Ends in hit. I mean, is embarrassing. We got to be better on defense. We got to be better as a team. They slowly chipped away and we did a solid job holding them to 3 when we could. And then eventually the dam broke and they just did whatever they wanted. And we have to continue to play a 60-minute game. So he was complaining about this. And he was asked about the point spread or something about the Browns taking it personal. He said, I thought it was 12.5 last time I checked, Garrett said, which could get him in trouble saying he was checking the point spread, whatever. Nonetheless, Bob, the fact that Myles Garrett came out last year, or earlier this year, I should say, early this calendar year, and was complaining about, I'm not going to play I don't want to play for the franchise anymore. I want to play for a winner. Playing for a winning team is important to me. And then as soon as they ponied up the money he wanted, all of a sudden he was okay with playing for this franchise.
Yeah.
And then to complain seems to me a bit.
That the Browns run a professional organization?
Look, Bob, he could have.
He could have left?
He could have done more to force a trade. He could have not signed an extension with them.
But that still wouldn't have allowed him to leave.
You're right. It would have allowed him
held
to
out.
Absolutely could have held out, Bob. What I'm
it
saying
wasn't
is
like he took more money in free agency or went somewhere else
Sure.
or did that. He was under contract.
Yep.
They gave him more money. He complained, said he wanted out of there. They gave him more money. He stayed, and he's complaining that they don't have a competent product on the field.
But, Bob, my problem is the fact that he came out so strongly and said,
All of the stuff that
I want to play for a winning franchise.
Yeah.
I trade me somewhere. Send me somewhere else.
Yeah.
That wins. I can't play for this team. And then got the money. I think at that point, you should just shut up when your team loses like this.
Why?
Because you chose to be in this with this franchise now. You've chosen to stay in this franchise. You chose to stay.
Thitoff. He wasn't a free agent. He
I
could not have
understand
left. So what do we say about guys when they try to hold out and then try to force their way out? People get upset about that too.
But like Micah Parsons said, I don't want to play in Dallas anymore. I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Trade me somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones said they threw a lot of money at him, and he turned it down.
Was
He
it
wanted to
more
go
than
somewhere
what
else.
Green Bay gave him?
I don't know if it was more than Green Bay. I'm not sure what the number was, but Jerry Jones said made an offer to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL.
At the time.
At the time. Right. It's changed since then. Yes, no doubt. That's fair. But Micah held his ground. Now, he's with
people villainized him for it.
Who villainized? Like, what do you think? Cowboys fans are across
I think
the NFL?
Cowboys fans were pretty upset with him.
I think they probably were too. I think Cowboys fans were, but I don't think that.
So he held out and forced his way out.
Mm-hmm. Which is.
So you would rather see a guy do that than a guy stay where he's at and play?
I would rather see Myles Garrett say what he really wants.
He wanted to leave.
If he wanted to leave, he shouldn't have signed the contract extension.
Okay, I get that, but he still couldn't have left if he didn't.
You're right. He would have
100% right.
Yes, I know. You're
he
right.
He could not have left if he
You're
didn't
right.
sign it.
But I'm just saying, it feels to me, Bob, disingenuous.
Because he wants the program, he wants an organization to go out there and act like they're trying to win?
No, it's okay to want that. But don't come out and say, I can't play for this team. I want to go play for a winner.
Yeah.
And they throw money at you. It's okay. I'm okay playing for a loser. I can do that.
I don't think he ever said that.
He didn't, Bob. But don't you think signing the deal, though, signing the extension with them?
They offered him a contract, an extension. He signed it. He couldn't have left either way on his own volition.
Sure.
They would have had to have traded him. And he would have gone to a trade partner. He probably would have wanted a contract extension anyway.
Uh-huh.
And they would have given it to him, assuming that they could have found a landing spot for him. And that's a big assumption. Maybe they could have. I think most of his stuff was most of his issue in the offseason was in the fact that you heard, I think Barry came out and said, he's from Cleveland to Canton. And don't assume that I'm just going to show up here and keep playing for you when we're not doing everything we can to win. And I think that it was more based upon the comments under the assumption that they thought he would never want to leave.
Do you think the Packers would have made a similar deal with Cleveland before they made the deal with Parsons?
Maybe.
That's what I wonder about, too. Because I know that, obviously made Parsons made him a very rich man.
Garrett's a lot older than Micah Parsons, though.
Garrett's older than Parsons. Yes, he is. No doubt about that. They both can wreck games. No doubt about that also. But I know if the Packers made a similar type offer
would the
to
Browns
the
have taken it?
Would the Browns have taken it? And then would the Packers then have given Garrett the money close to that what they gave Parsons?
I would assume so.
See, I think so too.
But I don't know if the Browns would have accepted it.
Okay.
2 first-rounders and then, a Pro Bowl caliber defensive tackle, maybe.
What if Dallas offered Cleveland now, or offered them after they traded Micah? Offered a trade to the Browns for Myles and paid him that way. Would the Browns, or should the Browns, have considered something like that? Or I don't know if the Browns exercised all of their resources.
I don't think the Browns wanted to trade him.
I don't think they wanted to
That's
either.
my point.
Yeah.
I don't know if they Here's the thing. Everybody's different personality-wise. There are some guys that don't feel comfortable being that vocal about wanting out just because of the perception that it is and how it looks, especially when you've been someplace that long. So I don't know that Myles Garrett would have forced as hard as Micah Parsons did on trying to get out of there.
Do you think Myles Garrett is less beloved now in Cleveland after going through this? Do you think it's affected?
It's a good question. I wish Shark was over there, Bodie. Nothing against you, but
No offense.
That's all right. Not taken.
Do you think Micah Parsons, Bodie, is less beloved in Dallas now?
Yes, I would say
He is,
yes.
but he left. But Garrett stayed.
I think
it was a joke. That was the joke.
A lot. I would think. I'm of the opinion that people are much more upset with Jerry than how Mike ever handled things.
Yes.
Like, I'm not even sure it's close either, honestly. You're always going to have those people that are just like, screw the players. It's all about the team.
Right.
And that's the only thing I care about. And so anybody
The
who
team is
leaves the
owned
team.
by a person.
Exactly.
Right.
But some people don't see it that way. And so they're just going to be Dallas no matter what. And if you screw Dallas, you screw me.
Right.
I'm not one of those people. I'm more of a screw Jerry Jones type. That's my mindset on things. But at least we got Brandon Aubrey.
Maybe choke up a little bit there, buddy.
Was that funny?
Yeah, I just wonder about that, though, because I think when you say what you said about, I don't want to be here, I want to play for a winner, I would think that turns some of the fan base off.
Why? Because they're in delusion. They thought that the Browns were winners and that Myles is a liar by saying that?
No, because I think as a fan, you want Myles to believe this team can be a winning team.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
They did pay him more, but they said they went in and had a meeting and a conversation. And there were probably assurances made in that where it wasn't just about the money. That was probably part of the situation.
Right.
But more of it was, what are we doing to try to get better? Like, I think he was furious last year that they didn't re-sign Joe Flacco.
Okay. Fair.
And then they trotted out that nonsense of what
Right.
they tried to do. I think that was as much as anything, is we had a chance to maybe be a playoff team again last year if we would have had a competent quarterback, but you didn't want to upset somebody in their last opportunity to have a go-around so you could look better as an ownership group and as a management group, even though we probably internally knew that wasn't going to work anyway with Deshaun. So that, I think, was probably the bigger beef. That, I think, was the main issue.
Okay.
Not necessarily I just wanted more money. It was the fact that you're not playing to win in the present. You're playing to justify your decisions that you've made in the past.
And you see, Bob, and that's why with the Myles Garrett thing, and why I wish he would have done even whatever he could do to not be there anymore, is because the Browns are wasting his prime.
I don't even know if you say wasting. You may say wasted.
Wasted his prime. Even better, Bob. I'm just, but like, it just
Made the
seems to me.
playoffs. Won a playoff game.
Okay, but I'm just saying, though, Bob, a talent like his, to have to, like, it's a thing where by the time the Browns could potentially be a contending team for a Super Bowl or an AFC title, Garrett will be older.
Armageddon might hit before that.
Older. I'm sorry, Bob. You're right. I said, as soon as I knew you were going to say something, because yes, you're right. He's older now than he was a minute ago. But it is going to be, it could be past his prime at that point. And when you have such a unique shelf life in the NFL as a player, where any time it could end, more so than other sports, it feels to me it feels to me like they're going to end up wasting Myles Garrett the way they didn't take advantage of Joe Thomas's prime. And I know they had a couple of things in there where they had decent seasons, but nonetheless, so Bob, it just feels like, and that's what, if I'm Myles Garrett, that's what pisses me off, is that you are wasting or wasted my prime.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment of what has happened, what has transpired. They have wasted his prime. And they're probably going to continue to waste it for the next year or two because they're not in a position right now to go win right away. Next year they could be better, but significantly, maybe they're a fringe playoff team. maybe in 2 years, but what is he then at that point? He's still a really good player, but he's probably not the dominating player that he has been. And also, what does the rest of that defense look like around you as you begin to go through it? Like, who's the pass rusher opposite of you? What does the secondary look like? I mean, there's other pieces that are also getting older with you that'll be kind of divesting here as they move along.
Do you think Myles Garrett ever makes it to the second round of the playoffs in his career?
Didn't they win a playoff game with him?
I'm saying going forward, though. Yeah, I think they beat Steelers the one year, right? Yeah, the year when they had the big fight. Yeah, I'm saying they wins a game going forward, I'm saying. Goes the second round of the playoffs.
The big fight wasn't in the playoffs.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't the playoffs, was it? No.
It was a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a big fight. Took a helmet and tried to hit somebody with it.
Significant.
Assault, brother.
Yeah. It was significant. Do they make the second round? Maybe. I would say that's 50-50.
Okay.
A lot of that depends on who they get at quarterback.
Would you agree that Micah Parsons is in a better place now than he was a year ago?
Yes.
Yeah, with the team that can win.
Overall
sure.
career, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, and that's where you
have
go back
to have
to
a team that's willing to trade and sign for you.
No
I don't
doubt.
know if
Yes.
the Packers would have given up the same for Myles Garrett, given the fact that he's probably 6 years older than Micah?
4 years old.
Like 4, yeah.
4 years old.
or
Yeah,
5.
nonetheless. Oh, yeah, but you're right though. He's 30, right? Isn't
Parsons
Garrett
is
30?
26.
Yeah, I think
know
Garrett's
that.
30, I believe. I think Parsons is 26. I just wonder about that if because I feel like in this whole thing where I think Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett were ready to play chicken with the ownership, that I think Myles blinked maybe a little before Micah would have blinked, and I think Micah's in a much better spot now. And you're right, Bob. The age difference, they might not have gotten what the Cowboys got. Probably wouldn't have gotten what the Cowboys got for Parsons, and they wouldn't have signed Garrett to the same deal. But nonetheless, I just think about that and wonder how their career arcs will go going forward. All right, coming up next, Quick Hitters, Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities. And most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Tito has had 2 wives. They've both been named Heather. If you know someone named Heather, please warn her. This is Morning Juice.
It is Morning Juice. Thank you for tuning in with us today. We are sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin and Event Risk Elite Protection. Don't forget, top of the hour, it's a Schlegs Day. Not sure what to expect there, but then again, I'm never sure what to expect on a Schlegs Day. Bodie, let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
He's Bodie Wells. Good morning, Bodie.
Happy Tuesday, fellas. Glad to be back.
It's great to have you back.
Are you glad to be back?
When the alarm
Really?
went off, you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Last 3 or 4 days, I've just not been in a very good mood. That's what 0-2 will do to you. Nevertheless.
I can't believe they're 0-2, Bodie.
Neither can I.
I cannot
Tito.
believe they're 0-2.
Neither can I. I cannot believe how bad the defense is. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. I cannot believe 8 months ago at this very moment we were talking about, like, okay, can you take Jeremiah Smith out of the game like Texas did? Can you slow down the running game to win a national championship? And we made Texas A&M look like the 07 Patriots on Saturday night. Nevertheless.
Yeah, hey. How was the play?
You know who also is not probably in a great mood today, and that would be Bengals fans. Fortunately, for the first time in the Joe Burrow era, the Bengals, they started off with a pair of wins in the first 2 weeks. They started off 2-0. Unfortunately, that good start might end up being all for naught. As news broke on Monday morning that Cincinnati star quarterback is expected to be sidelined for at least the next 3 months after he underwent surgery there on his injured toe for a turf toe. The Bengals, they will turn to backup quarterback Jake Browning to take over the offense in the meantime. Maybe a little bit of good news here for the Bengals. They go to Minnesota this week to take on the Vikings, and they'll be taking on their backup quarterback as well as J.J. McCarthy. He's expected to be sidelined for the next 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury. So it's backup versus backup this Sunday in Minnesota at 1 o'clock. Carp, can the Bengals hang in there without Joe Burrow for 3 months?
3 months?
Yeah.
12 weeks?
That's a long time.
I'll be back for Christmas. I'm like, if you would have told me 6 to 8, maybe. 3 months.
2 in the bag.
The problem is the AFC is tough. The AFC North is tough.
And they beat 2 teams. Like,
they've
already gotten 2 wins out of the way that they should have won.
Yes.
If you had beaten Baltimore and Pittsburgh the first 2 weeks, and then you had Cleveland and Jacksonville
then
coming
you're
up.
like, okay, we could get to 4 there. You try to start, like, piecing yourself out of 14 games. Can we find a way to get, like, 8 wins? And then maybe when Joe comes back, get another 2. I don't think so. Browning was good 2 years ago, and he wasn't bad at the end, but he did throw 3 picks. But he did come up with the victory when he needed it. To quote Urban Meyer, when we needed you the most, you gave us your best. I've got to sell this, man. I can't. I can't say that they're going to make it. I would like to see them do it, but I'd also like to see the Bengals organization actually protect Joe Burrow as well.
Yeah.
So there's names being thrown out there that they could inquire about. Kirk Cousins being one of them, although the money thing is what the problem is there, because the Falcons have to eat a significant amount of that.
Oh, I bet Mike Brown will be stepping up to the table.
Of course he will be, yes. He's just got money everywhere. If they called the Browns and asked about Joe Flacco, should the Browns entertain that?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think you have to. It'd be a disservice to the future of your franchise not to. Because we all know he is not the long-term answer.
He is not.
He may not even be the short-term answer this year either.
That's what I wonder about. If they should or would call the Browns, and would the Browns consider something like that?
The Browns should consider it. Here's the thing. You can't just. I think there is similarities in the offensive scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Plugging a quarterback in midseason like that is not. That's not how it works.
But is it
this
better?
Isn't baseball.
No. But is it better though to have Joe Flacco and integrating
who
him.
doesn't know what's going on versus
Or
Browning, who does.
Jake Browning. But is Flacco
Joe
a better
Flacco's
quarterback?
good. He's not Tom Brady.
Is he a better? Okay, what about Anthony Richardson?
Speaking of,
what about Anthony Richardson?
No,
I would rather the Bengals
go Wildcat 12
probably
weeks.
cut Joe Burrow's toe off.
Then take a chance on Richardson.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw enough of Anthony Richardson to know that I don't need to see any more of Anthony Richardson.
Out of those three guys I just gave you, I said Richardson, we said Browning, and we said Flacco. Who
Or
has
Tom Brady.
Or Tom Brady. There's no, or
That's the answer.
or Derek Carr. Because Derek Carr said never say never.
Derek Carr also needs a new shoulder. So
He does, but he has one other one.
I think Browning is.
He's the best
He's the
option.
best option.
He's the
He's
best
the
option.
best.
Is he the highest
Exactly,
ceiling of all those guys I just mentioned?
Probably not highest ceiling, but he might be the highest floor.
Who's got the highest ceiling out of the guys I just mentioned? And we can include Brady and Carr just for argument's sake. Who's got the highest ceiling?
Of all of them, Anthony Richardson probably does.
That's what I think, too.
The thing, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get. It's hard to ever touch the ceiling if you're sleeping on the floor.
That's a good one there, Bob. I'll keep that in mind. I'm in Vegas this weekend.
Of course, that's him.
That'll probably
Can't
come into
touch the
play.
ceiling while you're sleeping on the floor.
While you're laying on the floor.
We want to stay real low. Keep the expectations real low, Bodie.
In the fetal position. I got to figure they don't have one of those spinning rooms like I had last time I was out there.
Did you ever have turf toe, Bob?
Yeah, I've had it.
What
his must be really bad.
What is exactly turf toe?
So
I know it probably doesn't feel great.
It's fine, and this is good.
it's
I had
fine.
this conversation with my wife and daughter. My daughter complained and said they're all soft. I said okay.
Bruise on the leg. I love that.
Well, you watch Joe try to walk off the field. Like, I would define Joe as a pretty tough guy, and like if that is your effort to walk, probably can't protect yourself in the pocket.
Speaking of, real quick, is it true they don't have a cart in Cincinnati? I saw that on Twitter, which...
You got to rent those carts.
That's what I was going to say.
Rent those carts.
Reading anything on Twitter seems, a fool's errand, but with the Bengals,
But they didn't use the cards, so it would make you think that you may not have
there
one.
might be something there. But anyway, turf toe.
Yes.
So, like, if you've ever, stoved a finger, stoved your thumb really bad, playing basketball, catching it, running into something, and it hurts. You cannot squeeze anything. That is turf toe. The thing is, with your hand, you can rest it because you don't walk on it.
Yeah.
When you load up, the thing that separates these guys athletically from normal people is their ability to explode and move and change directions in loading your toe. 80 to 85% of your weight of your foot runs through your big toe. And so all that force and pressure there is constantly on it. And there are things you can do, his is almost more like a tearing of a ligament off of there, but that's a bad thing. It's really painful. A lot of times you can get it where it's more of a chronic thing. It just kind of grinds and it hurts. But I've had cortisone shots in my toe. Those hurt as bad as this thinking turf toe itself. But it is not a. Schlegs has had turf toe. We'll ask him about it here in about 10 minutes.
Is it something that you think, best case scenario, Burrow comes back ahead of the Sunday, December 14th matchup against Baltimore? That'd be with 4 games left. How realistic would it be for him to come back and hit the ground running?
It'd be a good. That was the other point that I made to my kids. Just oh, Dad, he'll be back. I'm like, he's not a robot. It's not like you went and picked your car up and
charged.
oh,
he's charged now.
Good.
Yeah, right.
Got a new alternator in him. He's going to be ready to run. I would think that he'll be pretty close, but you don't know. And plus, just the speed of the game and everything else going on, it's a lot to ask of him.
I don't remember, Bob, growing up, hearing about a lot of turf toe injuries. Now, it used to be, if you were ACL, your career was over way back when. Or it'd be 2 years and maybe you come back, whatever. Now, obviously, ACL, you see guys within 12 months out there playing again. And I guess I don't remember hearing much turf toe as far as injuries go.
Well, initially started, they called it turf toe because it happened more on artificial turf.
Right.
Because that's where you would be able to, it would stick more, it would hurt. I would say part of the problem is the shoes that these guys wear, the flexibility and the things that they have, just the technology with them, allow you to play more freely and openly, but they also probably subject you to a little bit more of this stuff.
But has the technology in medicine, have the advances in medicine?
I just told you why it happened.
No, I know you say why it happened. I'm talking about as far as the cure, the way you fix it, though.
Cure.
the way you fix it, though, Bob.
What is the cure for
like I
turf
told
toe?
you, ACLs.
Blood transplant?
An ACL, toe transplant, Bob.
Cut it off.
But listen, if the ACL used to be as a career ender, now you're back in a year. Has it changed like that in turf toe diagnosis and recovery?
The body's the body, man.
Yeah.
It's not like it's because most of the time in turf toe, you're not having a surgery. It's just like there's things you can do. Like they put metal plates in my shoes so like my shoes wouldn't flex as much and different things. Like there are things that you can do to help it, but the human body is still the human body, and there is no great answer for this.
Next up here, guys, staying with the theme of NFL.
Talking about toe transplants.
Why do you do a toe transplant?
Foot finder.
Yes.
What if you had a sixth toe to balance out things? Maybe?
The problem is usually that's a little one. That's like a nubbin. You need like the
So
big.
if you had
knee.
a second big toe,
he'd
probably be fine.
Of course.
Okay. It's good to know.
That's Rex Ryan to find him.
He's got some in his drawer.
One team that still has their starting quarterback intact, at least for now, that would be the Cleveland Browns, for better or worse. Another 41-17 loss on Sunday to the Ravens in Baltimore. Joe Flacco, he went 25 of 45 for 199 yards, had 1 touchdown and 1 INT. Asked about making a change at the position after the game, Kevin Stefanski told the media, I don't think it's fair to talk about that right now. We win as a team, we lose as a team. When you pull that jersey on. Flacco, he was asked about the idea of being benched in the postgame, and he said, I can't worry about that stuff anyway. It's honestly not even on my mind. I gotta go out there and just play my game, play the way I know how, and lead this team the best I can. Tito, I think it's probably when, not if, they turn to one of the rookie quarterbacks.
Yes.
When is that win?
You know what? It should have been last week. It should have been before the season started. They should have Gabriel out there playing. Or just say, look, Flacco's going to play the first half of the next game, then we're going to turn it over. We're going to treat it like that. And give these guys, give Gabriel and give Sanders experience. I'm not saying Sanders is going to set the world on fire. I'm not saying Gabriel will either. But you're not going to win many games this year. I would rather know what I've got. If that means we suck and need a new quarterback, at least we'll have a bad record and can draft a very good quarterback, and you still have the other first-round pick from Jacksonville. This just seems to me like the Browns just wasting everyone's time. They should forfeit every game, Bob.
That's what they want to do.
I'm just, Bob, listen.
So this is what Myles Garrett has a problem with. Like, are we trying to win?
Right.
We're trying to win.
They're not. Okay. You think, I mean, like Bob was telling, ask a Browns fan, would you rather forfeit every game or sit through every Sunday and waste 3 hours watching your team lose anyway?
I don't know if you have to waste those 3 hours. You can just watch some clips.
That's what the clips are the way to go, yes, but the clips are all highlights for the other team, though, Bob. It just feels like what's going to happen.
A highlight for another team is a low light for your own
That's
team.
fair. I feel like, Bob, the Browns are going to somehow screw this up and go like 5-12.
I don't think they are, man.
They could find a way.
I think they're a pretty bad football team.
You show me those 5 wins, sir, and I will bet the 4.5 over right now.
Okay, all I'm saying is that they're going to play their way out of getting a top 4 pick. And they have to use the other pick to move up.
I don't know if they are.
The
That's
Saints
pretty
are bad.
ambitious. The Saints are awful.
The Saints are awful.
Name me another.
The Dolphins are awful.
Dolphins are awful.
Those two teams play one another.
So someone's got to win.
They'll both get L's when they play each other.
1-0 has
Week
got
7.
to go.
It's in Cleveland.
It's in Cleveland? Okay. And then I don't know.
Hey, the Chiefs are 0-2 right now.
Chiefs are also 2. That's fair. Also, the Giants aren't great. But
the Giants aren't great, but they probably should have won Sunday. They'll win a few. Tennessee, if Cam Ward keeps getting better, they'll win. He can win some games. Chicago win some games. The Jets, Fields is going to miss some time, but I don't think there's 4 teams winning more games than Cleveland. And I don't know how much Jacksonville is going to win either. So if you get they're
2-0 though, right?
No, they lost to Cincinnati.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Give them 500. Though.
They beat Carolina though.
If
there you
go.
They that's another bad one. There's Carolina. That's another bad one.
Carolina will be probably one of the 4.
Yes.
But if you even will say quote unquote worst case scenario, you give Cleveland the 4th overall pick and 19th overall pick.
Right.
That's still top 4 for them. And the bad is it depends on who's picking ahead of you. If you wanted to try to jump up for one of the quarterbacks, you could use those 2 picks plus maybe next year's first or another second to move up from 4-1 or 4-2. I guess it just depends on whether or not you need Tennessee to be worse than you because they're not going to take a quarterback.
Tennessee won't take quarterback. The Saints would, I would
The
think.
Saints would. Carolina probably would. If they're that
bad, I
they'd
think
move
Carolina
off
probably
Bryce
look at it
Young.
also. Yes, I would think
Maybe
they would.
Kansas City will go like 2-15, and they won't draft a quarterback.
Never know. You start getting a plan in place.
But yeah, I think probably they get through that rough stretch where, what is it, the first like 6 games Cleveland plays here, where it basically is like, yeah, all those teams could probably not only make the postseason, but go pretty deep in it. And then, so they go home Green Bay, at Detroit, home Minnesota, at Pittsburgh. Then you get home Miami, at New England. I wonder if that Miami-New England stretch could be Gabriel Sanders time.
Yeah, I think so.
Or coming out of the bye when they go to the New York Jets after that.
It just seems to me that the Browns their fan base would be happier if the Browns were playing Gabriel or Sanders. For win or loss, I'm just saying, I got to believe the Browns fan base would be more satisfied if it was Gabriel and Sanders the rest of the way. Keep Flacco.
Oh, at least you got to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd be satisfied if they went out there and sucked as well.
Well, if they go out there and suck, though, and the Browns didn't know, then the fans know, you know what? Gabriel's not the answer.
Yes,
Sanders is not the
answers.
answer.
I don't know if they would enjoy it.
You want answers?
Yeah, you think you're entitled?
I don't know. I think Browns fans would rather have that happen. I think the Browns fans would rather go 2-15 and know what Gabriel and Sanders are than go 4-13 and not know what they are.
I agree.
100%.
I'm
Unless
just
you're
saying,
making the playoffs, you need to find out what these guys are, and they ain't making the playoffs.
I'm just saying if Sanders and or Gabriel also don't play well, I don't think that's going to be fun either. It's just going to be you find out answers, which is better than not finding out answers.
Right. Then have these questions still going into next year and say, we don't know, is Gabriel good?
Want
Is Sanders
on your
good?
center.
You need him, yeah. You just weaken the franchise today. Coming up next, folks, or Flokes, either one. Schlegs time. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit OutdoorStewards.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Yes, it's Bobby. Yes, it's Tito. Yes, it's Bodie. Yes, it's a new sound system. And yes, now it's this guy.
The best way to start a morning is with a heavy dose of iron. Gas station ready, always. It is Schleg Day.
He is Anthony Schlegel. He is live and local. Now he's relocated up here to UA, in the capital city. Schlegs, good morning, my friend. Want to get first your takeaways on the game Saturday for Ohio State against Ohio University.
I haven't relocated yet. I'm driving right now from around town. So if you see a Chevy Diesel, it's me. Be nice to me, okay? Let me pass you because I'm probably running late for school. Anyways, you want my thoughts on the game? That's a pretty broad question from a guy. You're supposed to ask the right questions, Tito. Give me your snapshot judgment on an entire 3-hour game.
Schlegs, I've learned from talking to you, both on the radio and in person, I just pull the string and you go, and we see wherever it goes.
Hey, but you have to get it started.
You have to prime them, Schlegs.
Drop side nuggets. Yeah, press the primer bulb. Okay?
You need a
Everybody
fluffer.
likes to be primed. Yeah, no doubt. Everybody likes a good prime. Hey, takeaways. Hey, I thought the environment there was really good. I love the, I thought they did a great job with, Brutus and Rufus and that whole thing, and then the bands together at halftime was cool. And it was just nice because we're all Ohioans, so that was a nice gesture. I appreciate the Bobcat fans. You know what I mean? Like they were in it. It was 13-3 at halftime, and I'm just sitting there looking. I got people texting me, though I can't get texts in there, but I happen to get this one, and it was like, man, the Bobcats decided to show up tonight. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. It's just a lack of execution in the red zone. And it was, 278 yards to 28 yards at halftime. But it doesn't matter. It's about can you score. So, side nugget. Everybody in the stands, listen, if somebody's standing up because they're watching a football game, I'm going to tell you this straight up. Do not tell them to sit down, especially
Amen, Schlegs. Say it louder.
Especially if there's somebody that is gas station ready, Waffle House ready, has a big neck, thick traps, and you're staring at them, you're like, oh, I can't see. A decent-sized human, I would say that I am. And here's my why. First off, I said hell no, emphatically, but respectfully when I turned around. Because they did it right in the middle of a play. They did it right in the middle of a play, and I just heard it. It kind of sounded like drama. Dead serious. You know who I'm talking about, Bob. Anyway, so I kind of pointed at him, thinking it was just like a joke, right? And because I'm watching the defense, and then I turn around, and they're like, "Hey, sit down." I'm like, "Hell no," because I'm encouraging my defense. All right. So that was one takeaway. All right. So now about the game. Where do you want me to go? Yeah, you got to give me a little bit of guardrails here.
Okay. Offensively, Ohio State needs to start executing. Needed to execute better in the red zone. Too many times they came up short on that, which almost, I'm sure, comes as a motivational thing, a hype thing for the OU defense. And is there something specific, something you saw about the way the Buckeyes performed in the red zone that you think they should change?
No. It's, first off, they got down there easily. I mean, here's the best part, which I don't think people in 2025 understand. you want things to improve upon. You want tape to be able to show why things matter in practice that you go over and why execution is so important. Though you want it, first off, I predicted 52-10. If they score there, I'm good. Back-to-back weeks, calling games, because I did want them to see them make a field goal, right, and work through that whole routine. And he was, what was he, 3 for 3, something like that, 2 chip shots and a 38-yarder. Anyways, no, they just, a couple of those plays on the balls that they threw to, I think, Carnell and Jeremiah, the corner made a good play. Like, the guy made a good play. So it's more, like, I'm not going back and watching the tape of OU, but how do you punch it in? And that's what he said. Is it personnel? Is it scheme? Is it execution? He's going to go look at it. And it might have been an execution here. It might have been a scheme there. It might have been a personnel there. You just don't know because there's a bunch of plays that go into it. But I thought that Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, really good. Julian Sand having 8 touchdown passes over 40 yards. And granted, like the 87-yarder was like a 20-yarder that got turned into an 87-yarder, right? And that will happen. It still counts on the stat sheet. The deep ball, really good. Pass pro has been very good all season. And our rushing attack, you got a guy, and this is the cool stuff. I've heard people talk about Brandon and not being, contributing as much. Brandon's contributing. The thing is this, we are running a crap ton of 12 personnel, and you only have 2 wide receivers on the field and 12 personnel. And part of that is for pass protection guys, but also tight end mismatches on linebackers, and you're going to need that in the Big Ten. We're going through a lot of different things right now, setting us up as you progress in what you want to implement in your offense. You don't just throw it all out there and say, hey, this is what we do. You build upon it week in and week out, especially with a young quarterback. But we've been running a ton of 12 personnel. It's funny, Coach Bailey just sends me a clips as like the only thing I care about. And it was just like 14 personnel and his tight ends just mauling people. And I was just like, you're beautiful. James Blunt style. I don't know if he probably took that comment of "you're beautiful" as though I was singing about James Blunt's song, "You're Beautiful."
It's true.
But I was. So there's a lot of really good takeaways. And again, here's the other cool thing. Everybody has perceived notions of, where you are on the depth chart. And this is for all levels, everybody. Where you are on the depth chart. But you have to be able to seize your opportunities. And Bo Jackson has done that. He had 200-yard rushing games, Grambling in this one, and he hits the hole very decisively. He's going to get more reps in practice. There is a running back competition still within the room. We saw last year on the offensive line how that competitive excellence helped that offensive line in that playoff run. It's going to be the same thing in the backfield. The good thing is it's not really that they need a ton of reps. Like you have your dudes that you can throttle down a little bit, but they still got to, touch certain thresholds and keep the tissue where it needs to be. But this week is about development and chasing improvement, as Coach Day says. And that's what they're going to do on the offensive side of the ball. Where would you like to go next, Tito?
No, I'm going to let Bobby take over now. Bob's, you have appropriately fluffed me.
Yeah. Well, Schlegs was just hot and ready to go for you.
I'm ready. Little Caesars.
You enjoy that. Looking defensively, Schlegs, the defensive side of the ball, you play pretty well outside of giving up the one really explosive touchdown. Outside of that, kind of what was your thoughts and takeaway?
Oh, yeah, I like that, Bob. Man, you're really good at this. Hey, defense, what's your thought? I'll say this. The back end really good. You had that one play, and, they gave up 181 yards, I believe, total. That's over like 40% of what they gave up on that one play. You just got to secure the tackle. And that's where sometimes when we were talking to kids, coaching out, it's like hey, just get him down, live to fight another day. No big deal. I mean, good coverage. Good coverage because he had turned around and looked for the ball maybe a little bit, but he wasn't necessarily in phase. So that kind of starts with it right there. But then he's got to secure the tackle. So that's that. But as far as D-line, let's talk about the interior part of the D-line, which was a big question that everybody had. And our boy K-Mac, who should have, if we can't get him a McDonald's one, there are 2 racks located in Central Ohio. Maybe they got a sandwich that could be the K-Mac or the K-Rack or something like that. The dude's been playing outstanding in the first 3 games at Ohio State. And then you got that rotation of Edric. Tyron Malone, I think, started, which there's competition going on there. Will Smith has been stepping up. You got another young freshman in the mix. That's been really good. Your edges and their rushman package on 3rd and long where they put Caden at the nose or a 3 technique, guys, super juicy. Caden had a hell of a game. You add in KJ and CJ and Bo Atkinson. Bo did a really nice job of setting the edge. So then you go to linebackers, and we knew their quarterback could run the football. Couldn't run against Arvell Reese, though. And that's what you're going to see. Once you have that mobile quarterback, and we don't really necessarily like to spy, but it's more of like he has, we call it dead dogging, but you can spy or you can blitz. You just got to make sure that you contain that guy, so it's kind of up to you. But the play he made, I think it was going to their sideline where he just chased him down and deflected the ball. And I was like, no, he deflected that ball. It wasn't a fumble. Unless the guy totally whiffed on the throw. But that was a great play. Linebackers are filling. There's not a lot of room to run sideline to sideline or inside the tackles. So they've been doing a really nice job. And and why do I stand when I'm watching?
It's a great question.
I'm watching the back end. Well, first off, Bob, you and I have a
Are they
show
watching your back end or are you watching the Bucks back end?
Well, I don't mind them. If they want to peek at somebody that has a really good posterior chain, the big upper back and butt, that squats really heavy weights, because that's what today is. It's a Schlegs Day. Don't look at my calves, because I wore shorts to that game. I wore shorts. Anyways,
they can't look at your calves.
Yeah, they can. They're nice looking, but they're not. They're just. I tell you what, it's funny. I was walking in the stadium behind a guy, and he might have been all of 5'6", 270. But man, monster calves. And maybe that's it. Maybe I just gotta wear I weigh 225, so I gotta wear a 75-pound ruck. Just wear that all day.
Get calf implants.
Absolutely not. Anyway, let's go to the back end. What I'm watching Caleb. I'm watching the communication. Jalen McClain, guys. Jalen McClain is playing fast and violent back there. It's fun to watch him. And, I'm just watching the communication, how they're disguising. I'm trying to read our coverages pre-snap of, what we're doing. And it's difficult. It's difficult because I'm like, hey, check this out. What are they doing? All of a sudden, he's walked up on the outside. Looks like he's in man coverage. Boom, he's coming on a blitz. And it's a fire zone coverage under 3 deep. I'm like, okay, this is nice. It's just things like that. That's what I'm watching. But that comes through great communication, and I just enjoy watching our defense play. It's fun. And I want to cheer them on and yell, Anyways.
Okay, but Schlegs, what if there's an older person behind you and say they're in their 70s and they ask you to...
with a broken femur. If my dad was at that game, I'd have told him, stand up, old man. Put that oxygen on your hip.
Coming through the spider monkey.
You got the cane. Use it.
No part of you feels any kind of guilt?
No. They got the handicap seat if that's what you need.
Okay.
Those are not obstructed.
Why would I have a guilt?
Because if I stand
here on a football team, I sit down for the band because everybody wants. I'll sit down. I sit down at a timeout. I'll sit down. People want to watch the festivities of, the people in those little balls running out there hitting each other. That's kind of comical. You want to watch that? I'll sit down. But I will do this. I will sit if the offense is like directly in front of me, and I kind of know it's different. For some reason, offense, I don't mind sitting down if they're on our side in case somebody. But I just like standing. Dead serious. I don't know. I don't ever sit down. I mean, I'm
Do you
coaching.
feel like you standing makes you more of a coach, Schlegs?
I don't know. I just like watching ball. I don't know. I'm into it. Like I kid you not, man. I'm trying to read backs. I'm dead serious. I'm like reading backs.
Yeah, go
I'll
make a
take
play.
Step. I'll be in the stand. I'm just kind of like, I don't know why. And maybe it's because I'm interning as a coach, but like I'm keying through as best I can. I'm keying through the guard to the back, and I'm taking a step. I'm dead serious. It just happens. I don't know why. It's not like I'm adding any type of value whatsoever to the defense besides screaming my face off. Trying to get the crowd juicy, but I don't know. I'm just into it. I love football, and I love watching these guys play. So I stand.
I love it, Schlegs, and we would expect nothing less. Now, you're a guy, Schlegs, that throughout your careers had a number of injuries, had some things you've had to overcome, things you battled through. You're a strength coach. You understand the human body and the performance element of it. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Joe Burrow went limping off the field. He injured his toe. They said it's going to be a significant, I guess this was Sunday, a significant recovery, probably 12 weeks. You have had turf toe, Schlegs. People have asked me about it. I've tried to explain it somewhat. Why don't you articulate a little bit the experience of turf toe and what you got going?
I had it. I probably had exactly what he had. Probably should have sat it out. Instead, I played, and it was terrible. So here's your alternative to surgery, and you're probably 75%, if not more, less of what you would be. So I had to put it happened to me week 1. It was freaking terrible. I don't know, week 1 or
And
week 2.
you were playing with the Bengals,
Seattle.
Schlegs.
Yeah, I was playing with the Bengals, and here's what happened. It's not like
an epidemic.
Somebody's trying to throw like how it happened. It's when you jam that toe when you like take off, and you just jam it into the turf, and it's weird. I don't even know how it might happen because I was setting the edge, and I jammed my right big toe into the turf. I was like, this hurts. Okay, why can't I put pressure on my big toe? Anyways, they would bend my toe down. I didn't miss practice. I just kept playing, and my wife's like, you should definitely not play. I'm like, I can't run. I'm like, I'm just out there like hobbling along as though worse than if I had a Don Joy on. I mean, that's how terrible it is. But what do? And they would just stick a needle in that toe joint, and they would bend it down, stick a needle in there, and just shoot it up for 15 weeks for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah,
it was terrible. He does need to get it repaired because he's a lot different than what I was. He's a franchise quarterback, and you don't want him out there at 75% being able to escape. It's not what he does. It's just it is. I remember growing up, and Deion Sanders had turf toe, and I remember everybody was talking
lost his
about
toe
that.
now.
Yeah.
Lost step.
And I was like, oh, that can't be that bad. And guys, it is that bad. It is terrible. You don't realize how much you need a big toe until you can't use your big toe.
Schlegs. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for the time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Nothing but love for you. We'll talk next week.
Don't bug me, cancer. See you later.
Oh, they threw Schlegel. Look, Bob, I don't know where we're going to go, but there were so many things that could be that's what he said to go with there. We'll have to talk about that during the break before we decide how we're going to
get a lot of toe talk.
No, let's see. There's a lot of things in there. Somebody in the chat said that I was whining about standing, and I wasn't. He just said, but
because you would have been upset if he was in front of you.
No, I would have been upset. No. Nope, that's not true. Bob, I stand during the games. I do feel guilt, though, if I'm standing up and there's a meme wall behind me that can't stand up.
You go to the game, that's what you're getting.
But you don't. I'm not saying I would sit down, but don't you feel like just a twinge of guilt?
No, not at the games. If I walked into your living room and stood in front of the TV,
yeah.
What's amazing is my kids don't feel guilt about that. So why would I feel guilt about me standing in a game that I paid tickets?
In a society.
Hey, we do live in a society, and I purchased the real estate in front of you. If I have beachfront property and I want to build a house on it and that obstructs your view from behind me, well, that's too bad.
We couldn't have been 3 minutes into the game Saturday night.
When somebody did, yeah.
And I got a down in front. And it was a little more rude than that. I'll just leave it at that, though. It was kind of a walk down the steps and a scream, like, sit down.
Yeah.
And, Bob, I tell you, one of the smartest things I've ever heard you say, and I've heard you say a lot of smart things. Yeah, this was back during
let's not stroke his ego too much.
Carpenter and Rothman. I think AR was having some issues with that once. And you looked at him and you said, AR, you tell them I own this seat from here to the sky. And if you don't like it, you can stay home. And I kindly turned around and let that older woman know, and her husband or whoever was with her who was yelling at me to sit down, I wouldn't be standing in front of you in your living room.
Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
Of course. That's the greatest line ever.
Were they Notre Dame? Were they Notre Dame fans?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I don't
care. A&M fans were probably staying the whole time.
Probably, yeah.
Somebody said that Tito's whining about staying at the game. This is coming from a guy that sits down to pee. That's fair. Somebody else, John Hicks, said that Schlegs' phone has turf toe. That's true at the end of there it was. That's also accurate. Yeah, a little choppy there on that one. Said he had too much juice on that one. So anyway, yes, I'm just saying, Bob, I'm not saying I would sit down.
Listen, I sympathize with people that are in that situation.
Yes.
But if I go to a game, I'm fully intending on standing. I'm not saying you have to be standing in the second half against Grambling, but if you're Notre Dame and your season is on the line in the second half of that game.
Bob, it couldn't have been 3 minutes of real time after the punt block for a touchdown, which was 2 minutes into the game. And it was a sit down. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm with you. I'm not the guy that's going to be standing screaming in the fourth quarter of a blowout game.
Even though your face was painted. But yeah.
Yes. But when we're 2 minutes into a top 20 matchup against A&M in the home opener, I'm sorry. You want to sit down and watch a game and just golf clap? You can come next week to Purdue. But not tonight.
Not things
this
there,
game.
Not this game. Not tonight.
It's a couple things. First of all, they're lucky it wasn't Bat Day, or that woman may have had. And also, on top of that, let's be fair. You were standing up for an 0-2 team, Bo. You didn't know it at the time, but you were cheering for an 0-2 team. That's what you were doing.
I did not.
Coming up next, we've already addressed some of the QB injuries, but another stud is also questionable for the weekend. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. The thing I like about sports is that it prepares you for life, especially team sports. Surrounding yourself with the right people, letting them do their job makes you better. Riverside Bank doesn't have a ton of people, but their people have a ton of experience and know how to get the job done. They're all about quality over quantity. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they win with people.
A team's success can be directly tied to the quality of its players, coaches, and leadership. In sports and in business, talent alone doesn't win. It's why we focus on building strong relationships with our clients and why we strive to always offer the best advice, the best products, and the best customer service for our clients.
Thanks, Travis. We want them to focus on their business and their people and let us handle their banking needs.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or even online at riverside.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
You know a thing or two about the moments in life that matter. You've seized those moments to embrace joy. accomplish great things, and build meaningful relationships. Is it time now to sit back and reflect on a life well lived? Maybe. Or maybe there's more to be done. Maybe this is the most important moment you've encountered yet. By volunteering with AmeriCorps seniors, you can seize the moment, lend a hand, and get back more than you give. We connect you to local volunteer organizations with opportunities that fit your schedule and match your interests. Through AmeriCorps seniors, you can support people in times of need and make your community stronger. You can become a companion to your older neighbors, brightening their days with friendship. You can even become a mentor for young people, serving as a role model and enriching their lives. Are you ready to seize your moment? Visit AmeriCorps.gov/yourmoment and get started today.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at HUD.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
All right, Bobby, Tito, Bodie, other guy. Here we go. We got a name. Was that Matt that we said it was? Matt's over there also. You see us, look, we're playing around with the system. You saw Bodie come over here during the break.
Teaching Jeff how to use a computer.
Lots of funny comments. Lots of funny comments in the chat about that I don't know how to do anything with technology, and Bodie's over here holding my hand, literally and figuratively, to walk me through this new system we've got.
There was a song
by
George Michael that he sang about this called Father Figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. And he'll shepherd you through the
Is there a line in there about put your tiny hand in mine? Is that a line in there? I must have blocked that out.
Put your tiny hand in mine.
I think I felt
one of my
awkward
favorites.
hearing that song. I think I felt awkward. I think it made me uncomfortable. So I might have blocked out some of those lyrics, though, Bob.
Okay.
George Michael, though, underrated.
Underrated?
Yes.
I think he's properly rated.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's good. Who's saying he's not?
No, I'm just saying I think that he not only gets enough credit. Okay, he's been with the Queen for a while now, but I don't know if he gets the credit. That dude was talented.
He was very good. Not as good as Andrew.
Andrew Ridgely?
I think he got the shaft.
Ridgely got screwed in that one. Look, honestly, John Oates of Wham, he got screwed in that one.
Listen, Hall & Oates, his name is on the moniker, and they stayed together.
They're not together anymore. They hate each other now.
Well, I mean, but it wasn't like they broke up like early on. They fulfilled their legacy.
There's not a show called Oates' House.
Oates' House?
Right? Like the Daryl Hall's got the Daryl's House thing. He brings all his famous musicians and performs with them.
I've never
What the hell's
even
Oates
heard of
doing?
it. I've never.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're watching?
No, I'm not watching it, Bob. I know it exists, though. I know that exists.
You're generally aware of it?
Daryl's House is what it is. And he brings in people, and they perform some hits together. But no one's like going, hey, let's go to Oates' condo. Let's go hang out by the pool at Oates' condo, and let's make music there. So I'm saying Oates is important. Oates is a guy, too. Oates is Andrew Ridgely of Hall & Oates.
What about Overnight Oats? Where do you come in on that?
I'm not going to do that with you.
Maybe he should have a show called Overnight Oats.
You know what? Yes. That'd be great. Do that, Overnight Oats, which is about the time to be on.
Chris Hansen could hang out with him.
No. Anyway.
Come have some Overnight Oats.
If you had us discussing Hall & Oates and Andrew Ridgely and Wham on the show today, go ahead and put that X on your bingo card.
I'm just happy that I know who Andrew Ridgely is.
You only know because I told you.
One of my friends would always text me when we would ask about this.
Really?
Yes. And it's ironic because I don't know why he would know. Like, he works in football. I wouldn't define him as like a music connoisseur, but he would always, like, who is the other guy in Wham? And he would always text me, Andrew Ridgely. And now it's burned into my mind.
Can't forget it. By the way, Bob, and I think I've told you this before, I say good friend because all good friends give you a lot of grief when they have the chance to. But I have been referred to as the Andrew Ridgely of Morning Juice. It's like Bobby Carpenter and that other guy is what it is. I've been told that. That's what I've been said by a quote-unquote friend of mine.
No, you're way more.
Am I Oates?
No.
Am I Keith Richards?
Not Oates.
Am I Jimmy Page? Am I DM? C.
There's a lot of places I could go with this. Let me just think about this.
From Kid and Play. DJ Easy Rock.
You might be one of the other sisters from the Pretenders.
One of the other sisters? There was only one.
No, not the Pretenders. Who was?
First of all, you thinking of Beyonce, or do you think of Destiny's Child, or you're thinking of the Supremes?
Hold on, it'll give me a minute here.
Sisters?
Yeah.
Like Pointer Sisters?
No.
Like in Shawshank?
I'm trying to think of what other sister groups there are. There's the Judds, Winona, and the other ones, Naomi and the other one. This is a great segment. Really killing time on this one. What a sister
You
group.
might be one of the Phillips sisters.
Okay, one of the Phillips sisters. Okay.
I'm the good-looking blonde one.
Okay.
In this scenario.
All right. And I'm the other one.
Yeah. I'm the one that gets to do the beach walk by myself in the video.
Am I
Hold
one
on
of the,
for one more day, Thitoff.
Am I one of the Pips?
I told you Gladys Knight's older brother that we learned on this was in charge of the Pips. He also ran all the finances and all that stuff.
I'm the Kyle.
His name Bernard?
I'm the Kyle Gass in Tenacious D. I'm Ed McMahon. I'm Jerry Lewis. Wilson Phillips. Not Wilson. I'm one of the Phillips. It says I'm the chubby one also in Wilson Phillips. I think that's crossed the line. I don't think that's really fair.
I was waiting for one of the chatters to point that out.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm Robin. There's another one there.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And not Robin of Howard Stern. Robin. R on the chest, Robin. Bam, pow, biff. All those things they did.
Okay.
I could take that. I'm Kato.
Kato
Green
Kalin?
Lantern.
Oh, I think you're talking Kato Kalin. Does that make me the Juice?
That would make you either the Juice or it would make you
Al Collins.
Yeah, I'm Al Collins. I am Al Collins. So I'm driving you around in a white Bronco with the name Juiced on the back. That's what we're doing.
Bodie did send us an unbelievable message the other day, which I showed to a lot of people, and they really liked it.
Good. Glad.
On the back of a white Bronco, it had OJ's face. It said, "Drink apple juice. OJ will kill you."
It's outstanding.
The irony of that, I want to get a white Bronco just to get that bumper sticker.
I'm telling you, Bob, we could probably get the show. Like, we got money somewhere, don't we?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they've got a deep fund.
I'm just saying that feels like that would be good for the show. And every time we do an appearance, I ride together in that. A Bronco, I drive, you sit in the back, and the license plate, the vanity plate says Juice.
Yeah. That's good.
There's got to be a budget for that. We're doing well in digital.
Get a big, like one of the wraps of OJ in the back there.
Can't we get Reichert to do something? Call Reichert. See if he's got a used Bronco on the lot that he can't get rid of.
Oh, I'm sure that's the case.
And we can see about that one.
Today's fan poll, 971thefan.com.
What's your favorite juice?
Tito is Pete Best, who was the guy before Ringo.
There was another Beatle?
Oh, yeah. Pete Best was the drummer before, and they kicked him out of the band.
Well, then that might be the most accurate one I've heard.
That I am Pete Best.
You could be the drummer for, maybe like the drummer for Def Leppard after the car accident. The one-arm
lefty,
drummer.
yeah. I could be like him.
The floor snare, just hit that with the
foot. By the way, what he's done is set drumming back. Like, as far as the respect you have for drummers, because as far as my life was concerned, you always had to have two arms to be a good drummer. Now, this guy is still a competent drummer. He lost an arm. Does that mean that if you don't have another arm, if you're down, if you're one short, if you're minus one arm?
Lost a little bit, I would say.
He found a way to... I'm saying the fact you did that, though.
They gave him a foot snare. I'm sure that there's an element of difficulty to play with that.
You know what? But I have more respect for him over a two-arm drummer. Right?
Sure.
I'm just saying, I feel like, though, Bob, that now the show's completely gone off the rails. But I feel like now, though, Bob, the fact he showed he can be a drummer in a major rock and roll band down one arm.
Are we putting Def Leppard still in the major rock and roll band category?
Well, when it happened, he was still, because they came back and did Hysteria after that one.
Okay.
Which was, to Pour Some Sugar on Me, all that. That was when they were still one of the premier rock bands in the world.
Okay.
I'm not saying there are any more, but the fact that he did that, though, now someone else says Pat Summerall. That's another one. Okay, I'll take that one. You're mad and I'm Summerall.
I don't know. I have way too much respect for Pat Summerall.
Here we go. I love these ones. These are great ones coming in. Jay DeMarcus of Rascal Flatts. I couldn't name who the other Rascal Flatts guys were anyway. I don't know. Do you know the Rascal Flatts band that well, Bob?
Not all that well. I mean, Gary. So am I Gary in that scenario?
I guess so. I don't know.
You could be Joni Sledge.
I'm AJ Hawk on the Pat McAfee show.
I can't do that to AJ.
Well, I'm glad that AJ is going to be here Friday, and I'm not. That way you guys can bring it up to him if you'd like to do that. These are some great ones. I love this. That should be your poll. No, you know what?
Not really our speed.
You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It can't be because it's got to span the shows, right?
Yeah.
It can't just be
Looking
centric
for
to
a little
us.
more synergy throughout the day.
Right.
But I like the idea.
Did you videotape yourself using the restroom yesterday?
Yes. Why?
Okay, good. Then you can talk about on a scale from 1 to 10, Bodie, what was your facial animation?
Yes,
Since
you're
that
right.
spans a lot of the shows.
That does. That's a good one there too.
That is
yes.
true.
I thought I was in the majority on that, but I guess I'm in the minority. You guys don't typically
Film
record,
yourself?
Yeah, film yourselves in the bathroom, huh?
Other than the tripod that's already in there.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, you have that guy got the remote control on that one, though. I can move things around if I need to get a better angle. Frank Caliendo doing an impersonation of Pat Summerall. So that's another good one there. We can. Boy, the chatters, man, they bring it. I love this. Anyway, Dan Rooney is the best-looking dude in Rascal Flats. Joe Don Rooney. I don't know who that is. Anyway.
Guy's got 2 first names.
Yeah, he does. It's like your Ricky Bobby thing. I still have to see that movie. I'm going to watch that movie on the way to Vegas.
Talladega Nights?
I'll watch Talladega Nights. I
can't wait until you tell someone this is the first time you're watching this.
Right, everyone be quiet. Don't tell me how it ends. I need to see this. All right, what are you going to do about That's What He Said?
Well, we can start by playing the music.
That's a Bodie job today.
And since it is
Garfunkel, that's another one. That's a good one.
September 16th, I was looking at October. I was losing my mind. Mac and cheese bites, the featured appetizer today at Roosters. They're $3 all day long. And we didn't even ask Schlegs about it because that's his favorite appetizer. Now we're going to play That's What He Said. If you answer the question correctly, you will win a $50 gift card to Roosters. Ooh, Schlegs was talking about standing up during the game. And he talked about, what did he say? I don't even know how I got to that point.
I suggested implants
he
for
likes to look, Schlegs might be underdeveloped in one area of his body. Jeff suggested getting implants. He politely declined, minus the politely. What was that body part? 821
614
1460 is the number.
Right.
I always forget we're so big now that we've got multiple area codes in Columbus.
We got different bros and area codes. Let's just put it that way. Coming up next, we'll tell you who's got us juice. Morning Juice.
It's been over 2 years since Bobby Carpenter had regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. He needed relief from knee pain, but he wanted to avoid surgery.
I thought I might have to have my knee scoped, had some injuries, some lingering pain from stuff that I had been dealing with from years of playing professional football, and things had kind of flared up again. I started talking to a friend of mine who's orthopedic, and he's like, well, try to avoid surgery if you can.
And you absolutely can avoid surgery. QC Kinetics provides patients with state-of-the-art regenerative treatments, orthobiologics from your own body that help heal and restore damaged, aching joints. And we'll let Bobby tell you about that.
It was all of a sudden that one day, a couple months later, I was, let's go jog, let's try to see what I could do. And the more I did, I was pain-free with it, and it was actually a pretty remarkable process.
Before going under the knife, see if you're a candidate for non-surgical joint pain treatments at QC Kinetics. Call them today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
Wrinkles, gray hair, and hearing loss are common signs of getting older. But being short of breath, having tightness in your chest, coughing, and wheezing are not. If you are experiencing these symptoms, you may be one of the millions of people who are living with a condition called COPD but don't know it. Early diagnosis and treatment can add years of better breathing to your life. For more information, talk to your doctor and visit copdfoundation.org today.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Tito invited the new Russian family who moved in down the street to watch Rocky IV. It did not go well. I must break you. This is Morning Juice.
One of the things, Bob, I love about doing this show is
just one.
Well, one of the things I said, I love a lot of things about doing this show. One of the things I love is what just happened in that last segment, because we never even talked about Jay Daniels being questionable for this week, and that's what we teased.
He'll be fine. What's his injury?
I think it's a knee injury. I know.
I don't know to say it.
I know.
Put your gear on, Jaden.
I know.
He'll be fine.
We got a winner.
Yes, Mike Reed.
Oh, we're going last names now, too.
Yeah, whatever.
I didn't know.
I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to or not, but Mike's a popular name. Want to give a shout out to not just any Mike, but the Mike that won from Canal Winchester.
There we go.
And I believe
he told me, he said, Bodie, good job out of you telling those fans behind you to have it. I said,
there you
Thank
go.
you, Mike.
And I believe he is a popular member in our chat as well. Bobby, you missed. No,
You knew the Schlegs needed calf implants. You got to give the reveal.
Yes,
the
calf
prestige.
Implants. Yes, calf implants is what he needed. He said you can look at his ass all you want, but the calf implants though are what was the answer we were looking for on that one. And now to wind things up, Bodie, hit a button over there because I can't do it over here yet. I will tomorrow though. But tell people what we're going to do now.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
It's Tuesday for you guys. It's damn near the weekend for me. I've got 2 shows after this before I'm off to Sin City. Of course, any city I go to is usually considered a Sin City. Bodie, it is a Tuesday. I guess that's we're going to start with Schlegs, right?
Now my left knee is like super mad at me. Just over there on the Google machine, looking it up. She's like, you might have West Nile. And I'm like, well, the Nile, that's all the way over there in Africa. We're in Central America. I don't know how you're going to get it from there.
We're in Central America? I think we're in North America.
Well, he was actually, when he got that, he was down in Costa Rica.
Okay, fair. That's good.
I was just happy that Schlegs knew where the Nile was.
Yeah,
that is impressive right there, yes.
I was waiting for him to drop in like the
Can you
wrong
get
comment.
the Spanish flu in Canada?
Can you get the China virus in the U.S.?
I'm just like, just because you get West Nile virus. I don't think it's just tied into that region. I think if somebody brings it with them to the region you're in, you could probably get it that way, right? Is Spanish flu a thing, or might I make that up?
No, that's the thing.
Okay.
Killed a lot of people. I mean, there's a number of things that we could go.
Because you can get turf toe, not on AstroTurf. You can get turf toe on regular grass.
Can you get turf toe on a toe that's not on your foot?
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's a good one there. It's a good
I don't
question.
even understand what you just asked, Bob.
It blew my mind.
A little juiceless today, guys.
Go into only.
I'm not going to anything you tell me to go into, Bob. Let's
Go
just be
into
fair.
OnlyFans and type in toes.
No, I'm not.
And see what comes up.
We'll do that on the work computer.
Hey,
Tito.
Rex, how you doing?
I'm picking up what you're putting down now, Bob. A little juiceless today, fellas. I really don't know what to say about the defensive performance in South Bend Saturday night, so I'm just not going to say anything about it because Chris Ash has got some work to do, and as does, still love him, but our beloved Coach Marcus Freeman. Had a really good time up until the last play on Saturday night. Ended up sitting next to a guy who was family friends with the general manager, Mike Martin. He was telling me, he's like, yeah, I know his brother. So he's got his tickets. He's like, he's the general manager of the whole team. I was like, oh, Mike Martin. And he gave me a look like, oh, my gosh, you know that? And I'm like, yeah, I do know that. Like, I don't know.
I don't do a whole lot else, sir.
Yeah, this is kind of what I live for.
followed Cowboys and Irish, and they've been killing me softly for the last 20 years.
Every single weekend for the last 29 years, basically. The game was awesome until it wasn't. I don't really know how our defense got so ruined in an 8.5-month span. I cannot believe we're sitting here at 0-2. But sitting next to him was fun. I was pretty mad at myself because we were in the front row of the, I'll say, upper deck. It's not like a whole other deck like C deck is at Ohio
Those are
Stadium.
good seats, though. If you're in the front row.
Yes, right up against the railing. Great seats.
Don't need to stand.
I can stand, even though I don't need to, and I did, and I screamed loudly, as you could probably hear in my voice a little bit, and I let the kind older couple know behind me that if they don't want to stand, that's perfectly fine. They can stay home, or they can come next week to the Purdue game. But nevertheless, that admittedly did have me super not juiced because, one, I was so caught off guard because they came down like in the middle of a play. So I'm like yelling, watching the game, and you hear somebody just hollering. Like, I'm like, what is going on? And I couldn't even believe that we were that soon into the game to have people try to do the down in front. So that honestly really pissed me off for quite a while in the game. And then Chris Ash said, oh, you're pissed? Watch this.
Hold my beer.
We'll just let every receiver run wide open for 4 quarters. And I was frustrated with myself, too, because once they scored in the end zone that we were sitting in. That didn't feel great. And once they scored, I basically just started walking out of the stadium because I just wanted to be anywhere but there. And I kind of gave a wave to the guy that we were sitting next to. I kind of just gave him a quick wave and headed out. And I was so frustrated with myself because the guy honestly made the game that much more fun for me. We were high-fiving, bear-hugging, everything. He had his 2 boys with him there, and they were cheering loud the whole game. And they were both pretty young. The one in particular, he couldn't have been 7, 8 years old. He stood the whole game. Granted, he's a little shorter than I am, so you could probably see over him. But he stood the whole game. He was waving his towel and everything. And so I was frustrated with myself for walking out and not giving that proper gentleman a goodbye. I blame 99% of myself on that and the other 1% on that defensive performance, if I can point the finger a little bit on that one.
Were you out with your fist clenched looking for Avery Johnson's dad after the game?
I was just... No, okay. I was not. I'm not going to fight anybody. Maybe myself. If I was going to punch anybody, it'd be myself.
That'd be great video. That's content.
It would be. It would have been probably a lot of fun. I just, like I said, I was storming out of there because I just wanted to be anywhere but there when that last play happened. But nevertheless, good week to play Purdue, I guess. Good get right game, I hope, although they probably can't be nearly as bad as they were last year. So I guess with that defense, I'm not going to act like we're going to beat anybody because
worst being 0-2 as you could be 0-3.
Exactly. That was such a pathetic defensive performance. But what can you do, Carp?
Yeah.
Hey, the darkest hour, Bodie, is just before the dawn. Remember that. It is.
I can't even remember the last time we won. It's so long.
It's been a hot minute.
Hey, listen. It could have been Marshall. Just remember that, okay?
That's true.
So they'll be all right. It's a tough path for Notre Dame to get into the playoff now. But I think USC is going to be okay. And the good news is, like, Clemson losing was probably the best thing that happened. You need probably someone else in the ACC to fall off. But I haven't seen what I would define as a lot of great teams this year. And the one good thing that you have,
think of one that isn't.
Playing in a national championship last year, beating Georgia, my man Jacob Hester always calls it the benefit of the doubt club, and you'll probably get a little more benefit of the doubt just given last year's performance. Should it matter? No, it shouldn't, but the belief that you have the ability to go win. So we'll see what happens. And you got to hope for Miami and A&M to keep winning as well. What else has me juiced? Oh, goodness. Busy day yesterday. Did some fun stuff for Birdies for Babies up at Side Reserve, raising money up there, and doing some stuff there with my HVAC company and plumbing company, doing some sport, walking around. I did some putts that off. I walked around and would just do putting with people. Didn't hit anything else. All I brought was my putter and had a good time. Really enjoyed it up there. Got a little sunburnt as well. It was hot and a little crispy yesterday. And then went straight from that into some flag football practice, then into basketball tryouts. Because, yes, despite.
In September?
Yeah, well, I mean, we got our teams juiced up and ready by like October 1st. They start practicing like middle of October or end of October. So, yeah, we've got the tryouts and got that figured out and got all that situated yesterday. Got home at about 9:15 to watch the end of that Bucks Texans game. And that was a great one. And watched a little bit of that next game, Chargers and Raiders, but I was not staying up for the 10 o'clock start, to say the least. So all that has me juiced with everything that's going on. Big week, bye week, the fact that Buckeyes
improvement week, Bob.
It is an improvement week. You're always racing to improve every single day.
Some people are, but
and the fact that Ohio State only plays one home game between now and Halloween is crazy town. To me, you got 2 bye weeks and a couple of road tests in there, as they'll be taking on Washington about 10 days from now. Thitoff, what's got you juiced?
And that's a 3:30 kick they announced for the Washington game.
Yeah, well, it wasn't going to be noon.
No, it wasn't going to be noon. No. But
although they did jam Utah and someone else in the big noon window.
You're right. Utah's playing at 10 a.m. I can't figure out 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what's time in Utah right
I
now.
don't know
Texas
if-
Tech. Does that sound right?
Texas Tech, I think you're right. I don't know if they have daylight savings or not.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't. It's Utah. Who really cares? It's always sunny in Utah, right? God's country, or Mormon's country. I'm not sure. Is there a difference? I don't want to do this today.
Let's just proceed.
Let's move on with that one. Yes, we're not going to do that one. Anyway, what's got me juiced? Let's see. I'm excited about, they announced that game time. They haven't announced the Minnesota game yet. Do you have an inside source on that?
I would guess that Minnesota will be 3:30, but I have nothing to base that on other than my own intuition.
I have heard it might be a 7 o'clock start.
A night game.
For a homecoming.
That wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be terrible.
That would be, I think, a decent nightish game.
I think so, too. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I mean, look, we're obviously going to get we know Penn State's going to be a noon game. Michigan's noon, obviously. Texas was noon. So what's the next best thing? For the home schedule's not great the rest of the way.
No.
What, you got Minnesota. Penn State's the good one. But
Penn
you got
State
Rutgers, you got UCLA.
I love that Rutgers home game.
UCLA and Rutgers leading into Michigan.
UCLA. My goodness.
I didn't tell you this. It was $200 to get in the door, Bodie, for the OU. Rutgers and UCLA will probably be substantially less than that.
You want to talk about a bad football program.
And by the way, it's in November. Like, you've really got to be an Ohio
November
State
15th.
fan.
Oh, we're going.
15th and 22nd?
We'll be out there.
UCLA and you're going to both those games.
I don't know about both, but I'll be at one of them for sure.
Well, I'm
Probably
saying,
both.
but it'd be a big fan. You have to be a really big fan, I think, to want to go out there and brave. And granted, November now is not like November 20 years ago or 30 years ago. November now is a little warmer.
Global warming.
Yes, it's all that global warming stuff. It might be in the
private jet around.
It could be in the 50s, but and also you take your private helicopter to go to the game, so you don't have to worry about traffic. But I'm just saying, like,
I ride a bicycle. I'm a carbon neutral footprint on the way there.
I told Artie about that. Artie said we should probably ride our bikes too to go there next time and avoid the parking and all that kind of stuff and the walk. So
there you go.
Where do you hide your bikes?
Leave them at the tailgate.
At the fan tailgate. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I should have asked you that because now someone's going to go steal your bikes. But
that'd be the worst decision they ever made.
Bob, look, we
got trackers on all of them. I will find you.
Listen,
Liam needs to stop. My wife found somebody who stole one of the kids' e-bikes.
That one, a giant eagle.
Chased him
right?
down. Yeah.
I have a
ran
particular
him off the road.
set of skills.
I'm just saying, Bob.
Yelled at some crackhead. Guy panicked and just ran away.
I don't.
Is it the same one that went on the Dave Chappelle show and told those kids to not do drugs?
Ashley Larry, Tyrone Biggums.
Listen, no, I appreciate the confidence, Bob, but I got to believe if somebody is stealing your bike, they've had something worse in their life happen to them.
By the
already.
way, my bike, I jumped the curb and my wife's like, you got to stay off the curbs. And we were coming back, we jumped the curb and my back tire hit it and it popped. And I had to ride about the last half mile, like literally on the rim.
I don't think that's recommended.
I don't care. It wasn't recommended. It was 10 o'clock at night.
It built some character.
It did build character. You know what else it built? My quads.
Legs, yeah.
Legs feed the wolf, Bodie.
Yeah, they do.
Remember that.
Legs feed the wolf, gentlemen.
That's fantastic, Bob. All right.
It's
Well,
not fantastic. So I go get a new tire on my bike now.
And a new wheel and everything, right?
No,
Probably.
the
It
rim will
didn't
be
bend?
fine. No, the rim will be fine.
Would you just pound that out anyway on your own, or would you go get a new one?
She said.
Okay, there we go. But I can't say the Mormon comment. We can go with that, though. That's fine. Thanks to all the juicers for tuning in. Thank you to Schlegs. Thanks to, Matt? That we're going with?
Yes,
Matt's
sir.
the guy. Okay, Matt's over there. And Bodie and Bobby. We are back tomorrow. Morning Juice.
When it comes to protecting your assets, you need a security partner. Event Risk Security Services is a U.S.-based veteran-owned company providing protection services, consulting to Fortune 500 companies, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor quality services and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give them a try. They're virtually the same cost, and they can address what keeps you up at night. Event Risk. Check them out at eventriskinc.com to learn more.
I've been playing sports all my life. Little football, basketball, pickleball, cross training, mud events, Spartan races and things like that.
For Dr. Eric Williams, a successful chiropractor, staying active means everything. So when nagging knee pain slowed him down, he didn't want drugs or invasive surgery. He found a natural way to get lasting relief. QC Kinetics Cellular Therapies.
We're using my body's natural abilities to get better. And that's huge. In time, that's going to be the way of the future. Using your own body's ability to heal. Now I can play day to day and not have that severe pain.
Now he's back out there doing what he loves, thanks to QC Kinetics.
Life is good. You're not going to slow me down.
Leave the pain behind and get moving. Book your free consultation today with QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
It's been a real journey since 2014 when I first had my injury. I realized that my home was just not working for me and that it was time to ask for help. Homes for Our Troops is really giving me my life back. The shower allows me to go in and turn around with my chair, pull down storage racks, automated door systems, hours of my morning given back to me. Adaptive sports are a huge part of my life, a huge part of my healing journey as well. Homes for Our Troops helped with making sure that I had a home gym so that I can continue to train. This past year, I was able to host Thanksgiving in my home. And it was the first time I was able to have my whole family in one place and I was able to contribute to the meal. There are a lot more veterans in need, and Homes for Our Troops is going to be there to help them too.
Homes for Our Troops builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans and enables them to rebuild their lives. Join our mission at hfotusa.org.
For the past 100 years, Shriners Children's has become family to over 1.5 million kids.
In tough times and good times, they're there when we need them most.
Please go online right now to loveshriners.org.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination.
Grab your coffee and wake up with the Daily Tips, Michael Jenkins.
I always stay away from the hot team in the offseason. Whenever you see everyone piling on praise, it just feels like a sucker back.
Can you dig it, sucker? And Chelsea Messenger.
I don't want to lose to somebody dumber than me.
Yes.
When you're in an office pool with somebody playing fantasy football and it's somebody who just puts it on autograph, like, I don't watch football, whatever. I don't want to lose to those people.
And him.
For the best wagertainment here on the BetMGM Network.
Hey, Dad, don't forget about me, the Dogster.
Sponsored by BetMGM. Make it legend.
Wait for it.
Dairy. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly.
Here we go. It is a Tuesday on the Daily Tip on the BetMGM Network. Good morning. Coming up in our final hour, we take a look back at not one,
But 2 games Monday Night Football. Good on you if you're able to stay up late and watch that second game starting at 10 p.m. in the East. Bucks winning in the early game in the final seconds. We'll get into that at 8:20. Find out what the future